Hey, my name is Mike Acosta from ADSR Sounds, and we just finished wrapping up a brand new product called Future-Based Melodics. And so we thought we would share 3 future-based production tips, along with some insight as to how some of these sounds were created for this particular pack. Now, if you're just starting out with music production, or you've been interested in the future-based style, we hope this video gets you going in the right direction. Now, if you like this video and you'd like to see more free tutorials, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's as easy as clicking the subscribe button below. Now, let's get started. Okay, so the first quick tip has to do with drum programming. And when you're working with future bass, there's a lot of drums that, get muted in and out from a lot of these big tracks. You'll hear kick drums that are missing, other things that are like gone, and then other things come in. And it makes it very interesting to listen to. So don't get caught up in trying to get too complex when you're first programming your drums. I'm very guilty of that myself, where I try to get real complex and program things a certain way, and I end up spending more time re-editing things and trying to fix the quantize, as opposed to just laying down something simple and then using the piano roll edit to move certain notes around, adjust velocities, and get the kind of feel that I'm really looking for. So let's take a listen to this really basic beat. So as you can see, it's very simple, very basic. So the first thing that I normally like to do is I like to go and then start removing certain notes from different places and maybe shifting them around. So again, that's where the piano roll edit screen will come into play. And so on this first section here, maybe something I would do is probably take off that last kick and maybe add in like little triplet kicks there, and then remove the kick from the first downbeat on the next bar. And remember, for me personally, when working with future bass, I feel like it's all about, making space for other things. So in order to hear that little triplet kick thing there a little bit better, we'll probably remove the claps that are right here so that it allows for the kick to come through a little bit more. And so if we play that back, so that works a little bit better. Another thing I like to do is I like to accent my claps with an alternating sample, meaning I have one main clap here, which is this one. But then I'll accent it with a secondary clap. And usually that clap will be pitched up a little bit, and we'll probably have some more effects and things like that on it so that it kind of adds some dynamics to it. It makes your ears kind of like pay attention, and it just, adds a little bit of flavor to the track. So when we play it back together, so here's the second layer by itself. And as you can see here, I've rolled off a lot of the low end on it, and there's obviously a lot more of a reverb tail that's on it. And again, it's not the exact same pattern as the main clap. It's on every other note. And so that way, it acts more as an accent. So when they play back together, it's very subtle. So again, just some little simple things to help spice up your drums. Very easy to do. Another thing too is I like to use reverse samples to put them in place of the other areas where I may have deleted a note or taken out some drums. And I like to use reverse samples there because again, it just grabs the attention of the ears. So for example, here's our main clap. Okay, so we can easily freeze that. Now, you can pretty much do this in any DAW. The procedure is probably a little bit different, but pretty much every DAW can do this. In Ableton, however, when you freeze your track, you can simply hold down the Option key and drag it down. When you drag it down, you can kind of truncate it and then double click, and we can hit reverse down here in the sample editor window. And there we have our reversed sample. And if we place it right after that, it will sound like this. So again, real simple to do. And as you can see, I placed that reverse right where we took out that kick drum. So when we play that all back together now, okay, so again, really, really easy to do. Also too, one last thing with your drums. When you're kind of programming and moving notes around, also don't forget to experiment with the velocities, as that will add a lot of dynamics to your drums. If you're looking to get more of a humanistic kind of vibe, like somebody's really playing, definitely mess with the velocities, switch them around on different notes. Right here on this build up on the kicks, before it actually goes into the main beat, you can see on the downbeats, I have the kicks at 100, and then on the notes right before them, they're at 41. And this kind of gives you like a pseudo delay, and you could do some really cool things with velocity without having to use delay plugins and things like that. So this is what that sounds like, and let's take a listen. I'm going to play this whole thing back now so you can hear the synth parts with the drums in context. So as you can see, the part where we took out the kick drum and everything allowed for some of those synth parts to really shine. So like where we have on the chord there, we have a nice pitch bend that's going up. And with the kick removed from there, we can do a really nice pitch bend, and it allows us to really focus in and really hear it. And that's something that you hear in a lot of future bass tracks. So again, experiment with removing notes, adjusting velocities, reversing samples, a little bit of bit crushing, sample rate reduction will give you that really nice lo-fi kind of vibe for your future bass drums.